What is going on, everybody?
What's
We are
up?
back with the Pound Slash Marvel Media
Hello,
Podcast.
I am Pound.
And I'm Slash.
We're here, man.
So, before we jump into this, we've been gone a few weeks, mostly because I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
Hey, you know, it is what it is.
But nah.
It honestly just been really busy. Last weekend was my birthday.
Yeah, how was your birthday? Did you enjoy it?
It exists. I'm not a birthday guy.
I know.
I never have been.
I gave him some 7-Up. Gave him Xbox 7.
Actually, the one that's up there on the counter. I'm finishing this one, and then I'll have
Is
that one.
one. Yep. Then I said, no, you think I didn't forget about your birthday, Craig? Like, this is like, he ain't gonna forget mine. It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
But no, so it was cool. It was a birthday. I played video games all day. So
nice.
And
it's almost Christmas, guys. I mean, I guess the time when we put that up, it was Christmas, wasn't it?
No, this comes out the Monday before Christmas.
Oh, okay. Not late.
So in 2 days.
In 2 days. So happy almost Christmas, guys. Get your presents, your eggnog, and hope Santa Claus gets your stuff.
Have fun with all that lame shit.
Lame shit. They don't celebrate it.
And I am very much bah humbug. So
that's right. He's the Scrooge.
Except I don't have the money to go with being Scrooge, okay? I'm a broke bah humbug. I'm just like,
damn.
bah humbug because this shit sucks.
You're not the one that counts the coins up in the air and be like,
no.
1,000 and 5,001 penny.
In fact, Christmas is my most hated holiday.
And he was, that's crazy. You're born around that sucker. That makes it even more crazy. But it's the most hated holiday, man.
But yeah, so today we're covering another 3 episodes of The Punisher.
Yep.
Such a good show, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying
Honestly, I'd have loved to just sit there and watch another 3 and we just cover 6 episodes.
6 episodes, you probably would have been cool with that.
I also want to play video games. So I mean,
but yeah, I know you want to play.
And then like waiting on people to finish eating and then the laundry to finish so that it's not all loud in the mic and
yeah, you don't want to talk with you hear that beep beep. Yeah.
But yeah, so here we are.
We're here.
All right, Ralphus, hit him with the news.
Oh yeah, well I already told you off right before we started. They're talking about bringing. You play Marvel Rivals. They're talking about bringing Jeff, the Shark.
Jeff the Land Shark, baby.
So how you feel having Splatoon? I mean Jeff in the MCU.
I'm okay with it.
No, you're not. I petted him, by the way. Oh yeah, Marvel Rivals, came out. I'm playing that. Moon Knight's my man. I'll kick ass, even his ass, but I'll find his gamer tag anyway. But yeah, yeah, they're like, yeah, let's have Jeff. Some people don't like that. They're like, why would you want the Shark to be in here? I'm like, because he looks like a Lilo and Stitch character. Looks like every Pokemon. He looks like a pet. Just wish you could have a.
He's gonna eat people.
Yeah, I mean, if they are gonna bring an MCU, that movie needs to be rated R. Come on,
It ain't gonna happen.
I know it's not. It's Disney, but you can imagine. Shoot him. Like, they be like, they'll have the guns pointing at him. He's like, he just swims. He's like, he's using the surface to like swim under shit. What's he? He just eats you. Oh shit.
Jeff's adorable.
No, he is. Yeah, he's fun. He's OP as fuck though. But yeah, he's definitely adorable. Like he could actually kill you from like, yo, his attacks can kill you from wide range. I don't like that actually. Like very wide. Like damn, bro. Like that's crazy. What else we got? Oh yeah, Shamika Moore, who played in Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man, all that, the animated Spider-Man Miles Morales. He said he has deleted. He's deactivated all his social medias, all of it. I guess because he's hinting that they're ready to finally start pushing the.
That has absolutely no reason why he deleted his social media accounts. He deleted his social media accounts
because he don't talk about Haley Steinfeld. No,
it wasn't even Haley.
No, I know it ain't Haley.
There's a girl that he may have been dating about a year and a half ago that he's no longer dating. She's engaged. She asked him to take some shit down. And it made him mad, so he went and deleted all of his accounts.
Oh, Laura Hayer?
Has nothing to do with any Marvel anything.
Well, she's beautiful.
No, she is, but she's not with him.
Oh,
wow,
you fumbled the bag, bro.
And hasn't been either ever or in a very long time.
Yeah, he said this is all a misunderstanding. Unfortunately, it's all public. It's really the fan fiction. That was a effing weird. I mean, no. What else to say? Like, no more posts, no harm. Okay, so that's what I did. Man, keep the post up. Fuck it. Samuel Jackson is 76 years old. Nick Fury himself is 76. See, you can live.
Some people can make it.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm just saying
like,
a lot of people are out at 60.
Look.
I'm almost there.
You wanna know why? Because he keeps because you curse. Because motherfucker, you gotta say motherfucker a few times. I guarantee. See, and you'll be able to like. I guarantee. No, let me stop. The people said that I didn't say it. They didn't say it, motherfucker. A lot. Like, look, he's 76 and still moving. Man, oh man, Nick Fury's in that shit. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, Anna Taylor-Joy is reported being eyed for the role in Spider-Man 4 as either a love interest or a villain. And I don't know if you know who she is. You know who?
Sorry.
You know who this chick is?
Do I know who that chick is?
Yeah, you know Anthony Taylor-Joy.
It's magic, motherfucker.
Bitch, that is magic. Oh shit. I forget that from New Mutants. I fucked up.
She's the one that voices magic in Midnight Suns as well, if I remember correctly.
Oh shit.
Why? What were you saying about her?
I said that she's reportedly being eyed in a role for Spider-Man 4.
Probably magic.
Oh, well, I was going to say they said either it could possibly be a love interest or it could be a villain. Why would magic be like that?
She needs to stay being magic. That role was built for her.
Really? I mean, yeah, it was, but
I won't say it was built for her, but she made that role what it was. Let me see something.
Let's see. And
what's her name again?
Anya Taylor-Joy, Anya.
That's not the same person that voiced her in Midnight Suns. Who's Laura Bailey?
Also, they said Marvel Studios and Sony reportedly want Spider-Man 4 to be a team-up film. Their goal is to recapture the same magic and team-up dynamic that happened in Deadpool Wolverine. Who the hell want to team up with Spider-Man around this time?
Everyone. He's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Who wouldn't want to team up with Spider-Man?
I would team up with Spider-Man.
I'll team up with Spider-Man.
But listen.
Do you know how much I wanted to punch Tom Holland in his fucking face?
Damn.
When he was like,
damn,
I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore. After talking about when he first got the job, I'll be Spider-Man forever.
Damn. He's like, I want to team up so I can hit you in the face. Like,
look,
that's him.
I would never actually punch the man in his face. He'd probably whoop my ass. I'm just saying... He was all about being Spider-Man for as many movies as they wanted.
Of course.
And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I don't think I want to be Spider-Man anymore.
Okay. Well, we go back. It's like vice versa. We go back and talk about all the Avengers people. They're talking about Age of Ultron.
Oh my God! Did you hear fucking?
What?
They're bringing back Steve.
No, I don't think I did. I don't think you never told me. For what? Nah, fam. Yo, they ain't trying to bring Steve back. Hold up. I thought he said he didn't want to play Captain America.
He did. And then he signed on to be Cap in Doomsday.
So he is coming back as
Yes! Cap? Chris is coming back?
So what do we... This is where I might just skip... No, we gotta watch because of the podcast. I almost want to skip this movie, dog. I really do.
Chris Evans signed on for fucking
But
Captain
he said
America.
he didn't want to do it. He point blank said it on Twitter. He said it on
but
camera.
the Russos are directing it, man.
So you saying, okay, why is that not breaking news? So you saying that the Russos, they just said magic. We just print magic. We got Robert Downey Jr. back, and now we got Chris Evans back. Oh my God! All we missing is Scarlett Johansson, and I remember a year ago she was reported she wanted to come back.
There's gonna be a lot more of the original Avengers back than what people realize. Like,
well, we know Mark Ruffalo and Chris Hemsworth. He said he want to come back for like a fifth Thor movie anyway.
Look,
Stephen Strange.
Mark Ruffalo's potato chip is gonna be back.
Potato chip. It's just baffling, man. Like, for real, that's actually...
You didn't hear about Chris Evans?
Hell no. No, I'm dead ass. Like, somebody talked about that, and I thought it was a rumor. So he actually signed on. Like, that's crazy. No, I didn't know that. Are you sure? That's like something that should have been breaking news. Hold on. Something broke that
Chris Evans sets Marvel return in Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe it's just Doomsday. But I mean, I know he's back, but I don't know, man. I kind of want him back, but I don't want him back. It's like I'm 50-50 with...
Okay, it doesn't say what he's coming back as. He's going to be back, though. I'm guessing he's going to be old Steve Rogers.
Old Steve Rogers. Or Steve Rogers, that's a variant. It's like Robert Downey Jr. I'm happy he's back, but I would rather have we just moved on to another person. But it is what it is. Like, because right now, everybody at Comic-Con at that time, they were, yes, we got Robert Downey Jr. back. And remember, a while ago, he wanted to be Doctor Doom in Fantastic Four, in that old Fantastic shitty Fox Fantastic Four. So it's perfect for him that he came back and tried to do this. But you don't want him to be Doctor Doom all the time, though. You just want him to just be that variant, and that was it, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Well.
The lights didn't even flicker. I just realized there's only one light in here. I was like, man, it looks really dark.
Listen.
And that's what I was looking at, was how dark it was. Because I was like, I thought there were 2 lights in here.
Oh, my wife, he had it all the way until we...
The panic, this man just died on the inside a little.
Yo, you were so normal throughout this whole entire experience. Yo, and all he did was look up like, you know what? I'm about to go. Bro, you were not about You were so normal. By the time we went to the gas station, I didn't see no neighbors lose their shit or burn shit. And that's, you know, you're like, bro, what's going on? What? And I just saw a smile too. What the fuck are you looking at? You see one of your dead homies smiling back at you?
Listen, what happened was I looked in the camera and I was like, man, it's really dark in here.
You didn't even try to.
And I looked up and I was like, oh well, the light's on. And I was like, wait, where's the other light?
But how fucked up was that? Did I even let your black friend know about it either?
And Ralph was watching me. I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, what kind of haunted shit you dealing with?
I'm about to leave.
Let me get the fuck out of here. Woo!
You were not about to have me kick. I'm about to leave. My keys. I'll pay your mic. I'm about to kick your mic over and cause a distraction and just leave. I was gonna leave, man.
I'm like, hey yo.
I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, let me go. Like, let me go. But you leave your food here. I left it here before. Bro, you can't do that again, bro. You were so normal. That was such a normal thing until you went, bro, what's that? What's what?
There's gonna be one episode. There's gonna be one of these episodes you're gonna do that. You're gonna say, I'm like, sit down.
Sit down. Okay. And the lights flicker as you say it. Oh man, let me get back to this shit.
Back to the news.
Oh man, don't do that again. Like what's that? Huh?
It would have been even better if one of the cats would have been here.
Looking the same time. No, the cat just stares. Up there? That's where it's at? Alright, bang, going over there. Oh, man. Oh, fuck it, man. Where am I at, Lord? Where is the news at, man? You got me out here running for my life for no reason. Just no reason.
It is way warmer in here than it is the rest of the
Maybe it is. I don't know. Woof. Oh, jeez. Let me just get back to it. They said there's a possibility of a Doctor Doom T-Rex.
I'm sorry?
A Doctor Doom T-Rex.
Nice.
In the Marvel Avengers Doomsday.
We'll see.
I mean, they did a Loki Crocodile, so any of that is real, so I guess, man.
Dr. Doomius Reximus.
Dr. Doomius Reximus. Hell nah. And I'm still tripping on the fact that Chris Evans coming back. It's wild there, too. That's insane. A new Mummy movie. I'm sorry. That's not Marvel. My bad.
By the way, guys, Jared Leto has been cast as
fucking a shit.
Jared Leto is going to be in a Masters of the Universe movie. He's going to be Skeletor.
Well, we know where that's going. The moment he starts talking, and remember, he don't have that. Remember, like that. Look, I will find you, Skeletor. Like he don't got that. Cut the video. Cut the whole movie. They be like, just be yourself. I will find you, Skeletor. the video. Who keep giving? No, I'm saying he's a good actor, but who keep giving him these shitty comic book movies? Like, don't stop putting him in these comic books. Put him in a serious movie. He's done some serious movie shit. Why do we play with your hair? I see Nick's on that shit.
Ralph's like, I'm just gonna let Ralph go. I'm gonna have some fun over here. Hi.
Nah. Do that look up shit again. We really gonna cut the camera. I'll go back. I'll pull back and play my PlayStation 5 when I get home. Fuck this shit. They said Kraven the Hunter has grossed $30 million worldwide from a $110 budget. So it looks like they ain't making any money back from that garbage.
No, I won't watch it in theater. Y'all motherfuckers keep giving Sony money. Stop it. I don't care if Dad wants to go. Stop it.
But my dad likes
No. Pirate that shit. Stop giving them money.
He likes it though.
Shit is trash. Trash! People say the same thing to me, though. They'll be like, stop buying those Assassin's Creed games. They suck. And I'm like, fuck you.
But, you know, no, I just said, like, like I said, I watched Kraven the Hunter. I had to take it out of being Spider-Man until they brought Daily Bugle. And I said, this is some bullshit here. All day. All day bullshit. Don't do that.
Were there any post-credit scenes?
I don't think there was. No, he just sits there, does the little embrace yourself. He sits there all, like, leaned up and just like, yeah, I'm Kraven the Hunter. Like,
I'm the skinniest Kraven the Hunter alive.
And it's funny, though. He got abs and muscles. He got the whole built, but he's just...
He can look like he's got abs and muscles all he wants, but unless he actually looks like Brock Lesnar,
yeah,
it ain't gonna work.
Because if you ever seen Spider-Man animated series, or hell, if you're playing Spider-Man 2...
Or read the comics,
or read
any
the
of them.
Yeah, well, we read the comics.
Craven,
like, literally,
Craven is a big Brock Lesnar looking motherfucker.
He's like a stocky dude. He's like Triple H stocky before the steroids got off of him. Like, he's supposed to be like this, I'm Kraven the Hunter, I gotta beat some people up. Like, that was, like, the whole point. That's why I like Spider-Man 2, because he was battling all the people in New York. So, but, let's see, what else we got? We got,
you can finally play that now, too.
Yeah, I told you I'm buying a lot of shit.
Flip.
Well, I haven't flipped in a long time. But I want to start from the beginning first. Do Spider-Man, then Miles Morales.
Oh, they're so good.
And then I'm going to...
Miles Morales sucks, but only because it's so short. It's fun.
It's fun. Just wish it was a little longer.
Like 7 hours long. It's short.
It should be a lot longer.
Right.
And then Spider-Man 2. And really, Spider-Man 2 kind of wraps up in a bow, to be honest, by bringing both of them into the mix and fighting Tony Todd's Venom, which is crazy. Late great Tony Todd Venom. That's insane. Captain America: Brave New World concept artist Ryan Mendering has revealed that an early design of Harrison Ford Red Hulk feature suit with a mustache. Because at one point he was going to have the mustache, but they cut it off because they wanted him to do his own thing. Because they was going to have him make it look like this, the Red Hulk with the
sunglasses?
I guess sunglasses, but the mustache as well. But they decided to go ahead and have him just cut that off and just have him look all what he looks now as the final product. Which, I guess. Marvel Studios confirmed Mark Ruffalo's MCU return, and it's very soon, which we knew that was happening. We talked about that, too. You said potato, which...
Marcus Garoppolo.
Man, he's fine. He gonna be alright. He'll be fine. He will be fine. Would you be okay if Sadie Sink from Stranger... Well...
Go ahead. Throw names at me. I don't know. That's
Yep. And as soon as I said that... Because you didn't even see season 1.
I'm okay with anybody from anything that wants to come in. If they want to bring in Jared Leto to play the Vulture, fuck it. Do it. All right? I don't...
Jared Leto... Well, you told me... Jared Leto... I guess, man. I guess people want it. Fuck. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Yeah, don't do no more spooky shit, man. I'm gonna stab you. No more spooky shit. You're done with the spooky shit. Yeah, that's it. I might go watch Mufasa if you do spooky shit again. All right, let's get to the Punisher. Yeah. Nah, see, I know it's coming, but when you did that whole...
It was perfect timing.
No, that was super perfect, and I literally stopped what I was doing and immediately got...
It wasn't even meant to be freaky.
No, that's just you.
I legit was just like, where'd the other light go? I thought there were 2.
But you not informing your black friend is crazy. I think that's the most craziest thing ever. Like, I feel like that's how people in horror movies, they be like, what's he doing? Should we go over there and help? No, we're going to stay here. Meanwhile, the killer's chasing behind us. I think he's probably wanting safety. But fuck us.
I just start floating, and you're like, you know what?
Like there was a joking prank that they had on TBS where the girl was like, she was done doing magical powers, like she had telekinesis. Everybody got up. As soon as she started moving the table, you're like, what? They got up from that area, man. They did not want to figure out what happened. No. Jared Leto. That's going to haunt my night. Now, that's a nightmare. Jared Leto Skeletor. Ugh. You know that's going to be CGI. That's going to be CGI, too. All right.
Big Bronson Reed saying some weird shit online.
About what? Whew.
Anyways, sorry. I was looking for any random thing I could say as news, and then I just got weird shit on Twitter.
Also, make sure you watch Superman.
Oh, Superman actually looks good.
Superman
like I said, I liked the way everything on it looked, except for Crypto. Crypto looks way too CGI-like.
Yeah, he didn't look like a real dog. And that's fine. There's nothing we can kind of do with. I mean, they could have got a real dog, but what can you do? But it doesn't look all dark and gloomy.
It looks like it's really bright, but it has
hope. It looks like how Well, he said he wanted to look like Christopher Reeve's Superman, like in his own version of it.
Right.
That's really what James Gunn was trying to go for. Was Christopher Reeves. So they really like you.
I think it looks good.
And it looks like he might get his ass kicked, which I'm all there for that shit.
He'll barely get his ass kicked. He's Superman. Come on now.
but we see him later. I gotta look like Yamcha for
I did see something funny. Somebody said, after watching Multiverse of Madness, who do you think would really win between Wanda Maximoff and Superman? And somebody said the greatest thing ever, and I had to agree with him immediately. Wanda, because nothing's going to stop her from putting 10, I think they said 10 pounds of kryptonite up Superman's ass instantly.
Because he's going to say, well, you don't got kryptonite. I don't. Boop, boop. Because he's stupid. You know what? That was the most stupidest thing out of that whole Multiverse of Madness. You know he'll stop you by just yelling, what mouth? Merry Christmas.
So good. I actually really like that movie.
But that was the most stupidest line ever. Why would you tell that? What? Dumbass?
So, we watched
3 episodes of The Punisher.
Episodes 4, 5, and 6 of The Punisher.
Still a good show.
My yawning. This is going to be an all fucking time thing. Resupply, Gunner, and then the Judas Goat. And like last time, we're not going to detail every little thing that happened. We hope by now you've seen at least the first season of this.
Right, because what if? We talk about what if.
Well, what if? Yeah, we won't. It'll be like 2 weeks before we start covering that.
Yeah, because it does start tomorrow though. But
we're waiting for 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
We want to cover 2 episodes at a
time.
Right,
because only one. That's stupid.
And that lets us go back and forth between the 2. So, one of the things I will say about these 3 episodes.
Yeah.
You really see the evolution of the almost brothership that starts to form between Punisher and between Frank and
damn it,
what the fuck is his name?
I forgot his name.
I keep wanting to.
It's not Mark.
No, I keep wanting to call him Whistler because of fucking Blade, but it's not Whistler. It's his version of it. Micro.
No, Micro. Yeah, but it's not. That's not his name.
That's not his actual name.
Yeah, because the wife said it before, and even he has said it. But
yeah, I'm not worried about his real name.
But I call him Batman and Robin.
But Punisher,
they were funny.
Punisher and Micro, you really start to see the development of this almost brotherhood.
Right.
Where you kind of see Punisher get on his shit for not ever getting his hands dirty, which is the same thing his wife complained about. And then all of a sudden he gets his hands dirty.
Yeah.
Almost kills a cop.
And then Punisher launches at him. It's like, but you just told him to say what you wanted to do. That's crazy.
But then he helps the Punisher
of course.
Meet a friend.
Right.
During this, they get into a big fight. Friend gets killed. Punisher gets hurt pretty bad, which is a normal thing. In this series.
Right. like extremely, he gets hurt bad to the point where it's like, bro, are you not human?
Micro drags him back to the van, takes him home, goes and gets the friend that runs the
meetings, like the army meetings and stuff that he be doing.
Brings him in to basically fix him up.
Right.
And at this point, they really start to kind of like Frank really appreciates his help.
Yeah, at first he didn't, but yeah, he does. In fact, he even tried to say, "I gotta go back for Gunner." He said,
"Gunner's dead." I took care of it.
He bought Blake said, "Gunner is dead. I put a proper burial for him and everything. He's gone, bro."
Well, not a proper burial. He just.
I thought he said he gave him like a barrel.
No, he said he took care of it.
Oh, okay. I thought he said he did a barrel.
No, because if you look at the pictures later on, that what's her face, the cop,
yeah,
Namani or whatever the fuck her name is.
Madani. Yeah,
Madani. Thank you,
gotcha.
Agent Madani. When she's looking at the pictures from the crime scene, and it's Gunner is his name. It's his dead body. So he didn't get buried.
Oh, I thought he buried him.
No, so he called his friends out he called the police to come out and take care of it.
Because the whole point was somebody said a death squad, which we to basically keep his mouth shut because he's the one that was filming the whole execution of the guy.
So you see this all develop, and we also start to see the downward spiral of his best friend.
Yeah, the other guy. Even like Micro was telling him, "Are you sure you want to really go and meet this guy?" And he said, "The black dude said you don't even get an opinion on this." He tried to tell you.
No.
He's like, "You don't even talk." He said, "Make a session." He said, "Never mind." He backed up. Hey, I'm just robbing Alfred. Like, I'm just gonna stay back then.
Now, I don't remember if this is where Frank starts to get suspicious of him or not because of how it ends. So, the best friend, old workmate, is working on Frank to show up after talking to him in public for the first time. And Frank never shows up. And the guy was there to kill him. Yeah. Being led by the guy that we had talked about that Frank had punched in the face during the first couple episodes.
And then gave him the eyeball.
Yeah.
The scar. He said, "Did you kill the target or something?" Yeah, him. Because that's who he's working for. Which we find out that towards the end.
Right. We're also seeing... So there's that. That's when you start to actually... Now, this is before he officially becomes Jigsaw, though.
Of course.
Is that what his name is? Jigsaw?
Yes. I think that is his name, Jigsaw.
Yeah. Right now, he just goes by whatever his name is. It'll be season 2 that
Billy.
It'll be season 2 that he goes by Jigsaw because of what happens at the end of season 1. He gets fucked up.
In fact, when I first saw a couple episodes of season 2, yeah, his face is like scarred, and they do a good job of actually showing how his face really looks.
Well, and I think it's appropriate because right now in life he's the pretty boy.
Oh yeah. He sleep with the detectivist, man. He don't care.
Yeah, he's sleeping with Detective Madani, whatever the hell her name is.
And she's just like, I don't care. I'm a shitty character in the whole series. Anyway, fuck it.
But then he suspects that she's using him to get information,
From
which she pretty much is.
Which, see, you don't see how this is a shitty character in a weird way.
But it's one of those things where it's like, look, you help me, I help you. You give me information, I give you me.
Nah, and then the one where you're like, remember you said go back to the crime scene, like, well, some people are just smart. She went and saw. She said, man, this bottle cap was made by Frank Castle 5 days ago, 6 hours, 32 days. There's his blood. Where the fuck is he? Like, what, bro? How the fuck did you get all that from that?
It's like watching. Oh, you motherfucker.
What, Law and Order?
No, the very first Boondock Saints.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen it, right?
A little bit about it. Not a whole lot. I've seen a little bit.
So Willem Dafoe's character plays a detective. Okay. Willem Dafoe plays a detective as a character.
Right.
And he's the type of detective, he walks into a crime scene. Except in this, he puts on headphones, listens to classical music, walks around and looks at things.
But see, I think I kind of respect that.
A little bit. And then takes the headphones off and will tell everybody exactly what happened.
Right.
We don't know how long she was walking through that scene. We only saw
the couple of minutes.
Because it was a little bit here, and then they're a little bit over there, and then a little bit over here. We don't know how much they walked around to scope out the landscape.
Okay. But maybe they showed. I don't know. Well, they did kind of show it. I don't know. Like that, just kind of. Damn. Like, okay.
But, like, she picks up the bullets.
Right, just a bullet.
And it's like, oh, there was a firefight here.
Right.
But you got to think of it, too. She picks up the bullet. But what she also sees all around her are all the trees that are splintered from all the firefight and everything else going on. She might have only found the one bullet shell, but she's seen the bullshit going around.
Right, and then she saw the blood there too, and then okay.
Now she assumed they even hint to the fact that she could be wrong, but she assumed Frank was probably there to help Gunner, and they took on the group together. But then she was proven right. They run Frank's blood.
Right, it was Frank's blood,
and it matched. And they're like, oh, Frank really was there.
No, it was there.
And then of course we've got Madonna. I'm gonna keep calling her Madonna. It's Madani.
Madonna.
We've got Madani who is trying to do right.
Yeah, because you start seeing the really corruption of the police force, actually.
She's starting to see the corruption around her.
Because I forgot the other dude's name. I'm going to call him Ralph. Ralph Fiennes, because he came out of nowhere. And he was like, just, you're your child. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, he was being an absolute dick.
And you could get a promotion. And he said, but I get where he's coming from. He said, you stay in your lane, you'll be right up there with that bald head motherfucker. You right up there with him.
Right.
You literally will be, there. Stop. Because they're trying to tell you stop looking into Frank Castle's file, and we've seen stuff like that, where you look at people's files, you start digging a little bit. Well, that happened with Daredevil. Remember the guy in Daredevil? He died in season 1 by Kingpin because he was looking into Daredevil or other people's files and shit. Like that, it doesn't end well when people start looking into other people's stuff, man. So. But
okay. Yeah, so my only problem I feel like with this season, and this is just because you get so used to, we were talking about it and I forgot that she wasn't in it. Claire's not in it.
Yeah, the night nurse. Well, and I told you before, I said it would not make sense. The only way how she would have seen it, and they would have to have actually shown it, was her actually looking at the trial in Daredevil season 2. That probably been the only. That's not even a connection. That's just looking at TV. Like, why would she have a connection with Frank Castle?
All it would have taken, though, with Micro's ability to look into everything through the government and whatnot, and all the computers, all it would have taken was for him to find out about her
and find out about like Daredevil and all that.
And then go talk to her and be like, and basically do the same thing he did with Frank's actual friend.
Right.
He could have knocked on the door and been like, "Hey, I've got somebody that's special that I need you to come look at, and he's dying." And she probably would have done it. And she'd have probably been like, "Oh, okay," because that's.
I think Luke Cage then. Okay, because when she's still with Luke Cage, I thought. So when Luke Cage showed up,
it might have been around that time.
And that would have been. That would have been an interesting little combination. See, that probably would have been way too many characters. Wouldn't? I don't know how they would have done it. Like
I wouldn't have wanted Luke himself in this series,
or at least in that
because
one. Oh, okay.
At least with this series, you can keep the focus on, like, Punisher. Like, we've already got Karen in it, who's a representation of Daredevil. And you can get Claire in, who is pretty much a representative of everything. She's in everything else.
But would you be cool if he just had opened the door?
It could have.
And he had a conversation?
He could have.
With Micro, and then they would not have used him anymore, and then just kind of just pushed him where they was, okay, this is Frank Castle, and then they would have just ignored it. They could have done like that, where it's like,
I'm Luke Cage. I probably wouldn't have done that. I probably again, I don't.
They say you don't want him in the series, but I guess that person put him in the series. So.
I don't need him in, but I could see something be like, Claire opens the door and gets the information. She'll be like, okay, I got to go tell Luke that I got to go.
Okay, so so
you can reference him, right?
Instead of him showing up, it's like an envelope or something saying that I heard you're good in this specific. Okay, and then you say, Luke, I gotta go, and then you don't have to show. Okay, that makes sense.
But no, so I would have I would have loved to seen Claire in this just because she's in every other Netflix.
And that was the only time she was never in it.
She wasn't in season 2 of Punisher either.
Yeah.
She's had nothing to do with Punisher. She's been in every season of...
Even in Defenders, she's been...
She was in Defenders. Yeah. She was in every season of Daredevil. She was in every season...
Right, even season 3 she was in there, yeah.
She was in every season of Luke Cage.
She was in Jessica Jones.
And she was in every season of Jessica Jones.
And Iron Fist. Damn. And this is the only one. I don't know why they... That is kind of odd that they never really...
Well, it's because...
That's a nitpick too.
To be fair, the Defenders had nothing really to do with Punisher. The only person that had anything to do with Punisher was Daredevil. So it makes sense why he's not involved and why some other characters don't. And it makes sense why Karen's there. Because Karen's in Daredevil.
Because technically Karen...
She knows...
She in Jessica Jones, too?
She knows Punisher, though. She worked with Punisher, in Daredevil Season 2. Right.
No, to me personally, I think just looking through it, like, I guess, director, writer standpoint, they probably saw it as there was no... Because you already got a medical person here. There's no need to bring her, because I guess in their mind, it just would not have made sense. Right. Even though it could have made sense.
Well, it's... Where my bummer that she wasn't in it is...
That would have been interesting, actually, seeing that.
I do think it's cool that they found another way to tie What's-His-Face into everything.
Of course.
Him being able to be the person that works on Frank when Frank gets hurt is cool that they can do that.
Right. And knows that he's still alive. Which now goes back, reverses back. That's when Billy came out of nowhere. He said, "You heard about Frank?" He said, "What?" And I said, "Did he stutter?"
Yeah.
He said, "Did you hear about Frank?" And I thought you know what? It's been so long since I've seen this series. I hope that nothing bad doesn't happen to him, because it made me think that I thought he was going to kill him right there on the spot.
I think he dies in this season.
Does he? I mean, it's been a while, so I think I'll probably go home and probably watch the whole series with damn self when I get home.
I could be wrong.
But I thought he lived through this whole thing.
No, I think, if I remember correctly, doesn't he get killed by the kid?
Well, you need to talk about him too. But yeah, the kid kills him? I didn't think the kid killed him.
Hold on.
Because the kid, he just goes to a downward spiral altogether. That man just lost it.
His name is Curtis.
Because he's a Marvel character. At least I thought he was.
Okay, no, he doesn't die. I was wrong.
But he does get injured, I thought.
Yeah, he gets shot by the kid. By Billy. He gets shot by Billy.
I know the kid dies, though. The kid does die, though.
Yeah, the kid dies. I know that.
He was doing too much.
So, and that's the other thing.
The kid just kept going. It was just downward spiral for him.
So there's the kid that came back from the war in Iraq.
Right.
Feels like he's been pretty much left behind in everything.
Right. Well, he's been discharged because he has like a mental.
He's got mental issues. Like
they broke it down. He didn't lose no arm or leg, but he just psychologically he wasn't there no more.
He built a foxhole in the backyard.
And slept there. I'm good.
He stopped going to the meetings because he felt they were wrong.
He almost shot his father.
He almost had. Now the issue with the cop, he was in the right. He's allowed to do what he was doing. The cop just decided to be a dick.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
And that is an unfortunate thing that does happen. Like, cops sometimes are just dicks.
He was not protesting.
They weren't out protesting. They were just handing out flyers.
No matter what political left or right, he was not doing anything wrong.
But then then we also find out that the guy that has been basically taking him under his wing to be this radical fucking person.
And he told them
leaves them to get arrested by the cops without like stepping in to help or anything.
I think he said he called him first. And he
then
never picked up the phone.
But then goes on, like, you find out he never actually was in...
The dude told him,
he actually was never in Vietnam.
Yeah, he never had no tours.
Never won that medal that he keeps talking about that he won. Like, he's a fraud of a human being.
And basically, and I say, you just told a crazy person, yeah, he's a fraud.
And then the kid kills him.
Yeah, he went... Like, he was ready for the... he started, like, getting ready to kill him, bro. He was ready to kill him. And then he started, like... He's having like a he's screaming this. I'm like, bro, he's losing it.
If I remember, I think Billy kills him.
Really?
Because
he kills himself.
It might be.
Or I thought the Punisher kills him.
Because I thought Billy. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. But yeah, sorry, you're gonna get a weird cut there. I had to go potty.
Let's talk about the kid. Yeah.
The only thing I do remember fully is the end when. After everything's said and done, or at least coming to a close, when Micro gets to go back home for the first time, and not even go back home, meets up with his wife and kids for the first time, I remember her smacking him.
Right.
And then hugging him.
Oh, yeah. Because now that everything's all said and done, they cleared his name.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, like I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he does kill himself. It's like because I think he wants to blow himself. I almost thought it was like a suicide bombing.
I don't remember how it happens. I want to say.
Cause I don't think Billy got to him in time.
I'm pretty sure Billy finds.
And if he does get to him, yeah. But I think he does find that man. Though.
The man.
Yeah,
he goes to check on him.
Yeah. Either Billy, or the man or the black dude finds him. No, I think the black dude finds him.
That's what I said.
Oh, they said Billy.
Billy? No, I'm talking about the black dude.
Yeah, the
guy that runs.
Yeah,
Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis.
I don't know why I said Billy because for some reason you said Billy earlier.
Yeah.
No, Curtis finds
the man that he called fraud dead.
The man that he called fraud dead. And he's the one that I thought was involved with the death of the kid because I thought when he goes in, he gets attacked by the kid because the kid's still there.
He probably does attack him, but I think he gets away, or the kid gets away, or they both get away, or whatever. But I thought he was. I'm trying to remember very vividly. Like I thought he got all suited up, like had the whole bullet. Like he was ready to go because it seemed like he was getting ready to storm the White House or whatever Capitol they were protesting, or not protesting, but whatever they were doing on. But I think he finally got in there.
Right.
Because I think Billy, all of them are going to be there. Punisher, it's just going to be an all-out gun blazing battle. Because I think they're going to find out who the Orange Man is, which is going to be that bald head dude. Once they find that out and where he's at, because it goes back to that he's trying to be the deputy of whatever the fuck, I guess, and that's where everybody's going to be at, is in that area. But that's going to be interesting because it's going to be all out gun blaze, but yeah.
But no, it's like I said, I haven't watched this since it came out.
Yeah,
I watched it the year it came out, the first season, and then never watched it again.
Never watched it again. Yeah.
So it's been a long time. Like this came out 2006?
17.
2017?
Yeah, it was 2006. Netflix came. And then remember, Daredevil started like in 2015. Right. Or 2018. Yeah, Daredevil started like in 2018 or no, 2016. Daredevil started 2016 or 2015.
2017. Why does it feel older than that? It feels like a long ass time ago.
Because a lot has happened since then.
I guess it's been 7 years.
I mean, really, that's not that long. But I just think because of a lot of stuff has happened. Now, because remember, with the disband of Netflix's Marvel Universe, they put that down the shitter. So, I think because of a lot of shit has happened, that's why it felt like it's been long, but it really hasn't. It's just...
The other thing that we see happen during all of this is, honestly, the downward spiral of Micro's family.
Yeah, cause bro, we both had that same. I'm like all she did was she said, "Did you steal that skateboard?" He went, decked her. Like, bro, I would have, man.
So basically,
that's
wild. You've got the wife who's struggling still with the loss of her husband,
of course.
But also has to maintain some sort of
authority
and familial leadership within the family since the dad's gone. And then you get the daughter who feels like she has to be in control of everything. So she's trying to be the fix-it-up person around the house. She's watching YouTube videos to try and fix, under the sink and stuff like that. And then you've got the son who has become a bully because he's lashing out because he lost his dad.
Man, and I get that, but damn.
Two secret agent police, secret agent people. Like, so he knows that his dad's been living a life full of secrets of some sort. And
he said, this house is made of lies and frauds, and he said fraud too. It's like, damn. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
So, like, he's spiraling out of control.
Right.
Punched his sister right in the fucking mouth.
And I would have punched him.
That's the thing, though. We're
I know we're outside looking in.
No. It's not just outside looking in. We would in this situation be the characters not there. Because the dad's not in the picture.
The father figure.
But then you've also got the daughter.
He's shoulder as the Punisher. Like, I'm like, bitch, what the?
You've got the daughter who, and this is part of the problem for him.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the daughter who is trying to hook mom up with Frank Castle.
And I see where she's coming from.
She sees Frank as a possible father figure. He's real kind to her.
He helps around the house.
But on the flip side, that's another reason why the son's lashing out. He sees what's going on. He feels like mom shouldn't be with anybody but dad. Even if dad's gone, then mom should be alone.
And that's kind of imitating life with a lot of families now. Because it's like, well, you shouldn't find another man. It's like, damn, like she can't find happiness nowhere else, man. Like that, you can't just do that, fella.
Right? Like how many stepkid stories have you heard from fathers and stuff like that? Like it happens. Yeah. Like sons, for the most part, struggle the most with their moms finding somebody else. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because the guy comes in and tries to imitate being a father when he's not one or not their father. Who knows?
I mean, we've seen movies like that.
Right. But if you really, really pay attention and you're watching this show, the kid is kind of already like, he's struggling, but he doesn't seem to go over the edge until Frank actually gets more involved in the picture. Like, if you remember the first interaction with the kid, he was upset, but it was like he stormed off to his room. He's like, "Screw this," and then he walks off because he was mad at mom. But now he's doing things like trying to shoulder block an adult, punching his sister in the mouth, stealing things from other kids.
Right, you stealing?
Like,
somebody let me borrow it. What? But like you said, we're the ones that's not there. We're not that authority to be like, what you doing? Like, you ain't about to just swing on your own sister. And you would think, it's so crazy. Like, when Frank Castle tells a story about his own son, that when you're out in the war, it's up to me to protect my sisters or my daughters or something.
He said, so the way the story goes, Frank tells, he says, he gets deployed, or he gets brought home early off of his second tour.
Right.
And pulls up in the driveway, hears arguing, goes inside to see what's going on.
Right.
And sees that his son painted this mural up on the wall and took up like half the wall of a Marine.
Right.
And his mom was super mad at him.
Hey, he did it, right.
So he pins his son down, puts his finger in his face, and he's like, "What do you think you're doing? Why are you,
Right.
What's going through your head? Why would you do something like this?" And his son straight up looks at him and says, "The bad guys are scared of Marines.
Right.
While you're out fighting, it's my job to protect our women."
And that's the thing. You would think that Micro's son would think like that, but he doesn't.
Because it's different dads. Yeah. You look at Frank. Frank is a soldier.
Right. He loved doing Marine shit.
He loved doing Marine shit. He even tells...
You're right, being the shit, blood, and all that.
He even tells Micro, he says, "Dude," he's like, "there's times I would have rather been in the trenches, the blood, the sweat, the piss, the shit,
over his family,
than be with my kids, and that's something I gotta live with." But he raised his kids as a soldier. His kids saw dad, or his son specifically, son more than daughter.
Right.
But the son specifically saw dad. He's out there protecting the world. He's out there fighting. He's out there, and he sees this. He sees his dad go off to fight the wars. His dad comes back. Then he goes away again, comes back. Like, that's the life of being a kid in the military. And they're raised to be tough young men, and probably will eventually go in the military themselves. That's usually how that stuff goes, right? Whereas you look at Micro's kid,
he just starts swinging. He never, or the sister. It's like, dang.
No. We're talking about looking at the dads here.
Right.
They never saw their dad do anything.
Never. Well, so they say get his hands dirty.
He never got his hands dirty. He worked for the military or worked for the government agency or whatever he worked for, but they never seen any of that. They saw him sitting at home playing on a computer, typing on a computer. They saw things like that, but he didn't disappear to go fight wars. He wasn't a tough guy. He didn't get down and fix the sinks. He didn't get down and fix cars. He never got his hands dirty, and that was always what his wife had a problem with. Like, she loved him. It was her husband. He was a good husband, but he never did what needed to be done. He always called somebody else to do it.
Because, like, going off topic here, like, my father would tell me this stuff. He's like, if something were to happen to me, that you would protect the mom. And I was like, yeah, what? Because that's my mother. Like, why would I put my hands or do anything crazy on my mom? Like, that's my mother. You protect your family and you protect your own. That's how when I saw that, and like you said, that's why we're not there. We're not the father looking for. Because when I saw it, I said, "Damn!" Like,
I mean, both of us were me. We'd whoop his ass.
Oh my god! I was blacked out. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Now, best believe if I'm in the situation Micro's in, and I still have to sit back and watch all this shit happen.
I mean, yeah.
The day I get back,
I gotta go after my son. I have to go after him. I have to. Like,
something's got to happen. He's got to be punished. Like, I understand you're lashing out, but you do not treat your mom or your sister this way.
I probably would have. Yeah, that's what I didn't like about it. He should have would have to.
Be mad at me all you want. I can understand that.
Take the hit on me if you need to, but you ain't about to. Bow. He put a ball. He balled his hand on that motherfucker. Like, god damn. And then trying to go for a second one. Like, what the? Bro, you didn't put him in a military camp tonight.
Like, I'll tell you now. The one thing I have never done, never would do, is hit a female for any reason.
No.
They could be trying to stab me, and you know what? I'm gonna wrap them up any way that I can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put hands, but I'm gonna make sure you don't stab me. I'm gonna try to defend us as much as possible to make sure you ain't getting me like that.
I just,
I'm not gonna just nail you. What the fuck?
So somewhere, obviously, it was with the death of his father. Obviously, we know his dad's not actually dead.
And his reaction was like he had to take a step back a little bit.
That's also something that's going to be hard. You'd have to think is going, because again, we talk about it, and we'll talk about it again when we get there.
Of course.
There's going to be a point where when he finally sees his family for the first time, she slaps him. Because if you remember, there's a trade-off.
Yeah.
Where, because that's what happens. Remember, if you remember, Micro sees his family.
Right. Cameras all over the whole house. Yeah.
In an office where they meet up as a family.
Yeah.
And basically tells her, "Hey, I'm alive, and I need you to trust me."
Right.
And he says, basically, she's got to help turn him in or some shit like that. I don't remember the exact thing, but she's going to have to get involved in whatever it is that's going on.
Right.
Frank comes to save the day. There's a trade-off. I don't remember what the trade-off is.
Yeah, this is going to be, as the series progresses, oh shit.
Calm down there.
But as we progress on, that's, at some point he is going to say, "I'm alive," because something's going to happen. Like, yeah. And I still think it's going to have something to do with that kid, too, but
then, she ends up slapping him, and then she hugs him because she's all emotional about it.
And then I probably would have went after my son, like right there on the spot.
Because if you remember, they play into, and again, it's one of the last 1 or 2 episodes, she gets upset because she just finds out he's actually still alive.
Yeah.
But then he has to go and potentially get himself killed again. So it's like, you're alive, and now I got to have an actual chance to lose you again. Like, I just found out you're here.
Because it's like a final battle.
Yeah. So
I think it happens at an amusement park. I think the ending happens at an amusement park.
The ending does happen at an amusement park.
Because he got to get Madani, because she gets captured. She gets captured.
It's the same amusement park that
Jessica Jones, wasn't it?
No. Stop. It's the same amusement park that Frank Castle's family got killed at.
Oh, okay. Because they both have to go and save. I know it's Madani, but I don't know. I thought it was like another person, but I know
it might just be Madani.
Because she gets caught up. Because once it's real. Because right now we only once again outside looking in. Because as the episode progresses, we're going to see a downward spiral of Billy too, and then that's going to kind of lead to that situation. Right. I swear I thought he was going to kill that black guy. I said, damn, well, shit.
But yeah, so.
But that's what makes it a good show. It really does teach you a lot of things.
This is, and I was telling, and we'll talk about this again at some point.
Oh yeah, being a dead horse, but I like it.
It's where we're at. We were talking to Kat earlier before we started recording, and this show is the reason I don't like any other iteration of Punisher.
Because it really goes in depth of him.
Because this one goes into the full psyche that would be behind why Punisher does what he does. The other Punisher movies are extremely campy and hokey.
And he only barely talks about his past as much, which I guess,
and there's a lot of killing in it. Like, he kills a lot of people.
Yeah, cool. And we will, at one point, pull, there's like 2 more Punishers we got left.
There's the Dolph Lundgren Punisher, which I'm excited for just because I know it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I know this. And then I think there's...
And there's the original Punisher. We did Warzone.
Oh, but not with John Travolta. No, that was John Travolta. Yeah, I think we got so it is. So it's only 3. I thought it was 4.
I believe there's 3.
3. Okay, so we need 2. We got 2 more Punishers that we have to watch, and
we got the original Punisher
right.
with John Travolta as the villain,
right?
And then we've got because we covered Warzone. Warzone was one of the first movies we covered,
right?
And then we've got the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
I thought we saw the one with John Travolta.
We might have. Did I already forget about it?
I think we saw the.
Could have been. If so, then we've only got 1.
Yeah, we got Dolph Lundgren.
And we got 1 more season of Punisher as well.
Right, season 2. But it's crazy because, like I said, we watched those 2 Warzone and I think that one, and we can't go back to. You get the whole story. I mean, and it's really emotional. Like he really breaks down everything. Even when he's sleeping, we're getting ready to go into the mind of. Like, remember the first couple episodes of this season, we're seeing him kiss. She's getting a kiss in the head, like gotta wake up breakfast, and then you see a gun, bow, and he wakes up. He just wakes up randomly. So yeah, no, it's really, I think I like this more than any other Edward Show. And John Berthal even said he even started reading the comic books, which a lot of people have not done. Like start reading the comic books of what the Punisher is. So I gotta give him his props on that because he said he went to a gas station and they told him, they said, "Hey, don't fuck up. Read these many comics and there you go. You'll understand who and what Frank Castle is." And so I respect the man for that point. But overall, I'm having a good time watching this. Even if it's been a while since I've seen it, it's like going back memory lane of this whole season. So
we've got
You said what, 7 episodes, right?
7 more episodes. We'll probably cover
8, 9, and 10.
3 or 4 of them next time.
Oh, okay.
Which would be 7, 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9, and 10. Because the way I'm saying it is, if next time we cover 4, so that'd be 7, 8, 9, and 10. That leaves 3, and then we can cover 3 the last time. Because we usually do really good with just doing 3.
Right.
But honestly, like I said, I honestly probably could have pushed through a 4th episode today.
I know you could have. Nah, because
it's a good show.
No. Everything about the Punisher.
It's hard to not want to continue watching it.
Yeah,
like
because you want to see what happens next.
But that's the Netflix series. So again, here's my problem, right, with Netflix. I have not seen Daredevil season 3. I have not seen Jessica Jones season 2. Mm-hmm. I have not seen Luke Cage season 2. And I have not seen Iron Fist season 2. Once The Defenders came out, I stopped watching the Netflix shows. Not because The Defenders was bad. I really liked The Defenders. If you guys remember when we watched Defenders and reviewed it, I loved it. TV shows, man. I got to the point where I was so tired of watching TV shows.
And that's crazy because when we pulled Daredevil season 1, that was like
we haven't pulled Daredevil season 1.
Not said whenever we will pull Daredevil season 1. That was I like season 1, season 2, and 3. Even though people did like the Punisher being season 2, but really season 1 Daredevil was actually he didn't don that suit on towards the end of the whole series.
Right.
And I remember that very vividly, the whole thing.
But to an extent, I think they're all good.
No, yeah, all of them are good.
The only show I ever personally had any issue with was almost, I want to say, funny enough, and this is where people are going to disagree with me, the first half of Luke Cage. I had a hard time getting into Luke Cage until about halfway through.
Wow.
But that sucks because if I'm, again, being honest, Cottonmouth is the best bad guy in season 1.
Right, Marshall Ali
and he gets killed halfway through.
Yeah.
And it wasn't his death that triggered it for me that made me go, oh, this is starting to get good. It was just, it didn't seem like a whole lot was happening.
Well, yeah, because he was just beating up Cottonmouth's goons in other places. I think when it started getting good is after they killed the man in that barbershop. That's when he started.
When Pops got killed.
That's when he started going off. And then he threw that man off the roof. He said, "Did you kill Pops?" He threw him right off the roof.
But I think that was my problem with Luke Cage is he was trying to go for a very I don't want to fight mentality.
Yeah, he didn't want to get involved.
No one else is like that.
No, Daredevil got involved immediately.
Daredevil's out there trying to fight people.
He beat the black dude up from we saw in that last of the Punisher episode.
Jessica Jones is just spiteful, so she's trying to fuck people up.
Right. And fuck people.
And fuck people. Luke Cage specifically. And then you've got Danny Rand, who, it's not that he's looking for fights, but he's got no problem fighting.
Yeah, he don't care. He got. Hey, I'll tell you this though. He got the smoke when they said, "Okay, bet, let's go." Then you won't touch. Let's go. You gonna touch me? You know who I am.
Right. So,
but Luke Cage
he spent so long trying to be pacifistic, and I think that's where my problem was. I was like, dude, you're Luke Cage. Just go punch somebody in the fucking mouth.
Because then again, like, and you go through his backstory, he's like Captain America, except better. He's literally going through walls, and that's why I think I kind of respect. I get what you're saying, but I kind of really don't. Because like that's why he don't want to fight. Because once he starts fighting, everybody you can punch him. And in fact, we saw in the Chinese shop, they punched him. They broke his hand, and he said, "Oh, was that it? My turn." Bam!
There's only one person that's punched him on TV that did any damage to him.
Iron Fist.
And he did it twice.
And
the first time right in the first time right in the gut, and then the second time right in the mouth.
Right in the mouth, and it's slow mo that hit. And he was just gonna sit there and take it. He didn't know that his fist was all. You see that whole chest.
It was a good fight.
Hell yeah!
If there's they could do like 10 episodes, and every episode them two have one fight scene in it, and I'm like, let's go.
That's why
they're gonna just beat the fuck out of each other.
If anything, watching all this, even the Punisher or anything, I hope that when we see Daredevil Born Again, and we talk about this too, that they do justice. Because if not, it's gonna be bad. Like I said, I have high hopes like you do, but I think that it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna smash.
I think it'll be good too.
I can't see it being bad, man.
It's Disney. Give him a chance. They'll fuck it up.
I mean, because I saw like some footage of it of the trailer.
Again, I think the problem is,
and they showed everybody.
Disney is either on point, with their Disney Plus shows, or it's a huge miss.
Because they'll give me Falcon Winter Soldier, but then I think they'll give me what was a bad, not a bad one, but like a meaty, they'll give me What If. They'll give me What If. It's like, you give me Falcon Winter Soldier, but this same year they give me What If. It's like, why?
Like for me, it's like, oh, we got Miss Marvel, cool.
Right.
And then there's Echo.
Yeah, and that's so sad, because Echo made it look like something else, but it wasn't, and that's what pissed me off.
We get a show like Agatha all along, cool.
Right.
But then we also had to sit through She-Hulk, which I like She-Hulk, but I didn't love She-Hulk.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I understood it for what it was.
Right.
But it is on towards the bottom of all the Disney Plus shows.
Sad but true though. They made Daredevil seem like nothing, and I was like, I don't like that.
So, like I said, I am super excited to see what they do with Daredevil. I just hope they do it justice.
And they keep the same, and I think they said they will keep it TVMA.
That's what I heard.
They said that they were going to keep the radar TV, that they're going to give us what we saw in that Netflix, and that's all I needed. If you keep it like that, I want to see violent, death, hurt. I want to see keep it fire, do some damage on somebody.
The things that I want to see,
along with Punisher showing back up
in Marvel. Okay, we're just gonna say in Marvel. I've got a list, and I'm checking it twice. Okay,
it's Christmas.
First and foremost, I want Sony to stop making Marvel movies. They put out 2 absolute duds this year.
They said that the Sonyverse is done, though. Supposedly, this was Craven's last thing.
It needs to be, dude, because the Madam Web and Craven both came out.
Nailed it.
And Venom 3.
Yeah.
All came out this year, and all of them sucked and bombed.
Yeah. And a lot of people saw Venom.
I say sucked. Now, I'm not saying that's my opinion. I have not watched any of them. I will at some point, because at some point we do got to cover them. However,
and I already seen Craven, so yeah.
I don't have.
Gotta watch him.
It's Sony. Sony just needs to stop. They need to go ahead and just give the rights back to Marvel. Hey, Marvel, you're running along with it. It's yours. Do what you need to. Sony needs to stop. That's the first thing I want.
Sony was trying their damnedest too, man. Jesus.
And I want the old feeling of the MCU back.
Yeah. And
this is coming from somebody, I have enjoyed almost everything they have done post Infinity War or Endgame. I have. I understand why there's some things people don't like. I enjoyed Multiverse of Madness. I enjoyed Shang-Chi, obviously.
Yeah.
I loved The Eternals.
Yeah.
And people hated it. I thoroughly enjoyed...
That was the first splat, too.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Thor: Love and Thunder. People despised it.
It was too comedic. But it's fine. I mean,
and I can actually agree with that assessment. I liked it, but I understand why people thought it was too funny. Like they tried too hard to be funny.
Right. It should have just been balanced. Like that's the whole point. Was
I have friends specifically that hated the screaming goats. I wanted more.
And Guardians has been in for like 3 seconds.
Guardians. Funny enough, Guardians 3 is the first Guardians movie I actually liked.
That's because it gave you emotional. It gave you more depth behind Rocket. And we all thought, you didn't really think...
It wasn't even just that.
Okay.
If you remember, I didn't like the first Guardians movie.
Of course.
I thought the second Guardians movie was okay.
You're right.
Because I liked the direction that they went with Ego and
gave cancer to the mom.
And Peter becoming himself.
And then losing Yondu at the same time.
And then
especially Yondu's backstory behind that too.
Right. And then the last movie, again, I loved. And part of it was, I feel like losing Gamora helped Peter's character for me.
Yeah. Because we ended up getting 2000. We got the first Guardians of the Galaxy Gamora and not the Infinity War Gamora. So there was no point of, there was no love behind him. They never had that little moment together. No. So, and that's really cool.
So yeah, I have enjoyed so much that has happened after Infinity War or Endgame that everyone seemed to hate for whatever reason that they hated it, right? And that even goes for Disney Plus. Again, the only one I can't honestly judge from Disney Plus is Echo. It's the only thing from Disney Plus that I haven't seen.
And you might like it.
And I might.
But it's just nothing but sign language. If you can go through sign language and subtitles...
My guy, I watched anime with subtitles, okay?
Yeah, you'll be fine then.
I'll be alright.
I mean, all that shit, yeah. And the fights are there, just not too much.
At some point, I will watch it. It's just not going to be right now. So even with Disney Plus, if we're talking about actual MCU Disney Plus, I'm not talking What If. I'm not talking.
Yeah. I mean, spinoffs like I Am Groot series. Yeah.
What If does take place
supposed to
in
watching
the
it
MCU.
This is in the multiverse of What If, I guess.
But it doesn't really.
Yeah, it don't matter. That's the thing. That's not really like it don't matter. That's what's so stupid.
I personally have enjoyed all of it. I mean, there were people that even somewhat shit on No Way Home. And I still found No Way Home to be absolutely amazing. No Way Home is everything I wanted it to be.
Well, yeah. Because people said without the nostalgia of it, then what would it have been? Like, that's what people were examining. They were saying, like, if you didn't have those Spider-Man villains and all that, then what would this Spider-Man movie be? Would it have been a good movie? Would it have been a bad movie? We don't know. That's what they were really kind of stretching the beam here.
They could have pulled any amount of Spider-Mans from different universes into this movie and it would have been fine. That's the thing. I still think the plot is fine. I still think the movie is good. It's not just a nostalgia kick. Did I enjoy seeing Toby and fucking Andrew? Abso-fucking-lutely.
I mean, that's God tier. Come on now. Let's go.
I absolutely love seeing them in it. But I'm not somebody that's driven by nostalgia.
Okay.
I never have been.
And that's what people were kind of saying. They're like, well, they were driving just nostalgia and all that. I'm like...
No, I think they were just genuinely good movies.
Yeah, they could just be a good movie. Like, Shang-Chi just was a good fucking movie.
But I would also be lying if I said that it still just feels like the MCU's missing something. And I think that's what they're hoping Doomsday does, is to give us that feeling back.
We're missing some catastrophic events. I told you this before.
Yeah, other movies that I loved in the MCU that everybody hated. I loved Ant-Man and the Wasp. 2. 3? Whatever Ant-Man 3 was.
And I told you this before, and this one kind of had a little argument between you and I. I said, I feel like the stakes were not there. They weren't there. There was a way to get them out of... It was like plot was getting them out of things, and that's not good. Like, I feel like the way how they were setting up in the trailer, it made it seem like he was not coming back. It made it seem like Ant-Man is... Are we about to lose
See, you
Ant-Man?
wanted Ant-Man to die.
Or get trapped. I'm not even going to say die.
He's already been trapped. He doesn't need trapped again. You don't want to repeat the same story.
But I feel like for that situation, for that moment, I feel like that would have been the obvious choice to go. Because it's like, we don't, especially that line, that line that's going to live in my head rent-free. We don't need to lose. What do you say? We don't need to win. You just have to lose. And I was like, okay, we're finally going to have some sacrifice in here now. Because Ant-Man, because all this time we took Ant-Man, in a way, in the MCU, for me, as like, okay, he's the comedic, but he'll come and help you. He knows how to get you out of a situation. But for the first time, he was like, okay, he's about to not make it. I mean, look at the beginning of the movie, right? He starts off like Like, I'm happy. I saved the universe. And it's like they treat him like shit because it's like, well, you said it so many times. Well, then how about this then? What if we just take him out? Then what happens? See, look, now he ain't sitting at that little table no more, isn't he? Y'all said, like, oh, you saved the world so many times, yada, yada, yada. Well, now peep this. What if he ain't sitting there no more? Then what? Yeah. That would have been a different little take of a little movie, wouldn't it? Like, I'm trapped here, so how am I going to get out?
If he would have died or been trapped, I would have not liked the movie.
Yeah, and you said that, which that's crazy. That's crazy.
Because we just lost so many people in Infinity War, and you're trying to kill off everyone else involved in Infinity War. You just want people to die.
Well, that too. But, you know, and I got that from Agatha. That's why that's now damn near my 1 and 2. But that's besides the point. Because I was hyped as fuck. Hey, when I told you, look, let's go off top with that one. Let's go on. I saw that Agatha all along. I was like, that's what I've been wanting. That's so bad, man.
But no, I enjoyed that movie. So I'm just saying, like, but I will say, there is something missing in the current MCU, and I don't think it's the old heroes.
No, it's not heroes.
It's the inability to build up new ones.
Yeah, like, but they did Miss Marvel and She-Hulk and all that. Yeah.
I even loved the new fucking Captain Marvel movie. I'm just saying,
the Marvels actually at least had stakes.
I loved a lot of this shit. Now,
wait, she got trapped again.
On the back end of all of this, the MCU is missing the inability to build up new heroes, and here's what I mean by that. When the MCU first started, I didn't give a shit about almost anyone.
I didn't even know who Iron Man, Thor, or Captain America were.
Oh, I knew who they were, but I didn't care about
comic books like that.
Let me tell you now. So we'll go in order. Iron Man. I never gave a fuck about Iron Man as a character. Oh, dude, it's this rich dude that's an alcoholic that can shoot missiles out of an iron suit that he built him. Who cares? That's not a superhero. He's a rich guy in a fucking suit.
He's like Batman.
He's Batman. Except I like Batman. At least Batman had a coat of anything.
Yeah, this dude was selling to the arms dealers.
Yeah. So no, I never liked Iron Man as a character, but you know what the MCU did? Make me like Iron Man as a character.
Of course.
And then the next person that came along was Captain America. Technically, I guess it was the Hulk. Every Hulk movie has been mediocre or poorly done up until the Incredible Hulk, in my opinion.
And Edward Norton, despite it, really.
And I think Edward Norton killed the role of Bruce Banner. I was bummed that he didn't come back for any other subsequent roles.
Because of the contract issues.
But at the same time, if I'm 100% being honest, Mark Ruffalo does a perffically fine job.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo actually did perfect with it. Yeah, when we saw him in
I think he's done a great job with Hulk. But, again, just being real, while that Incredible Hulk movie was better than the others, it wasn't great.
No, that was borderline almost bad, to be honest.
And it's just kind of like, okay, Hulk was there. I'm not one of those people that hate the Hulk. I don't have any issues against him as a character. I just don't.
That's one of the ones we were reading.
I just don't find him interesting as a whole.
Well, when you read when we read the comics, you didn't find it interesting as a whole. Compared to like the Fantastic Four and Iron Man and all of them.
But then you get Captain America. Guys, I want you guys to understand something. As a hero, for the longest, and honestly still mostly true.
Oh yeah, you still don't like him.
I hate Captain America.
Yeah,
he is just way too. Hey guys, we can do this. Just work together and. He's very Hulk Hogan, like, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. Like, no, fuck you.
At one point, Tommy Lee Jones throws a grenade. He's like, I'm gonna dive into it. Get back, like, bruh.
But the MCU
made him kind of
at least
badass. Actually,
made him kind of tolerable. I liked him.
Kind of like a badass, to be honest. Really, in a way, like, because he would even do this. This MCU Captain America said sometimes we gotta do things beyond the line. I said, oh, okay, so he ain't trying to be that pretty boy or that boy anymore. He said, I'll go beyond the line that they don't want me to do.
Inevitably, what's going to happen is people, if they ever come across it, I'm like, well, what did you like from Marvel? Because, again, I liked Marvel more than DC growing up. I liked Spider-Man, who is also I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But at least he talks shit during the entire time that he's fighting.
Even Tobey Maguire, Tobey Maguire talks shit a little bit, yeah.
That's just how his character does in the comics and the cartoons and the movies. That's just Spider-Man. I did like Spider-Man. I like a lot of iterations of the Punisher. I like a lot of their, especially more so now than even then, I liked it 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago at this point. I like their supernatural stuff a lot. I like their Elsa Bloodstones and their blades and Morbius.
And see, I didn't know at that
like
time
these.
when I heard about that. I didn't know that was Marvel. See, at the time I didn't know about any of this stuff was being Marvel. I thought I was just watching these people kick ass.
Right.
That's literally it. If anything, because of all these characters you just mentioned, it made me wanted to start reading comics, or at least get Spark Notes or something like a general synopsis of what these characters are.
And of course, the X-Men. I like the X-Men growing up.
Yeah. Like I didn't know that. Like I was thinking that was the X-Men. Like no, that's not the whole X-Men. In fact, they had characters not even there. I didn't know that.
I mean, looking at it's still staying within the MCU. One character I have always found to be boring in the comics, and I swear to God, it felt like they didn't get him right until the MCU at all, is Black Panther.
Yep.
Black Panther in every cartoon we've watched, we always end up super disappointed. We're like,
he's always running away.
What the fuck is this? Or when you read him in the comics, it's like, what the fuck is this?
But he'll kick all the Avengers' ass, but run away.
The MCU
made him actually a badass.
Made him dope.
And Chad Brosnan, rest in peace to that man, really showcased what he could do with that character.
Do we need to keep going? Doctor Strange. Okay, Doctor Strange has always been cool.
Yeah.
But they found a way to make him even cooler in the MCU. Like, the MCU did so well building up...
They listened to the fans.
All of these... It wasn't listening to the fans.
Oh, that's right.
They built up all the characters that they wanted to build up, that they were allowed to build up. Because you got to remember, they don't have access to everyone.
At the time, during that first phase, they didn't have access to Spider-Man either.
They didn't have access to Spider-Man. Honestly, Hulk wasn't even there. He was on loan from Universal.
Yep, Universal. And he's still at Universal to this day. Shit.
So they don't
just hold them hostage. They ain't even using them.
They didn't have access to any of these, any of the
not even X-Men or any of them
that I really, really liked.
Right.
But
or Fantastic Four.
They took what they could
and made something out
of it, and made us care about those characters. It didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel like so. Even if there were just small cameos, they were just small cameos at first.
Yeah, like War Machine.
Like War Machine showing up in Iron Man. Cap had Nick Fury show up at the end of his.
Nick Fury.
And then you had like
Phil Coulson was there for a little bit.
Yeah, Phil Coulson showed up, and they kind of had these little interactions, and then they did the big adventure movie. And I feel like where they lost their place, you always got to have cameos. That's a Marvel thing.
Of course.
Marvel thing, you're gonna have other heroes show up in your movie. You can't have 1,500 heroes working out of New York City and them never run into each other. It's a dumb thought.
It wouldn't make any sense if they did that.
However, it feels like once we started getting into Civil War and stuff like that, there was just too much. It took away from the heroes. Now, they still made it good, but then you start including all of these new characters that aren't really getting their own real solo movies.
Right.
For instance, let me just throw this out there. And I didn't have a problem with the movie. I love the movie. Look at the Marvels. So, obviously, we all know who Captain Marvel is. Right. Captain Marvel had one full movie of her own.
She's in Endgame.
She was highlighted in 3 other movies because she was in Endgame, Infinity War, at the end of Infinity War.
Right.
Honestly, I think that's it, before the Marvels. She was kind of talked about quite a bit in Miss Marvel on Netflix or on Disney Plus. But so she had her own thing. We were all aware of who she was. But then the other 2 people in this movie were Disney Plus characters.
Right.
And then they want to know why they want to know why this movie didn't do well. You have one character that, let's be honest, most people didn't like because for whatever reason people didn't like Captain. I loved Captain Marvel, but people didn't like the movie Captain Marvel. And they didn't like her parts in Endgame and Infinity War for whatever reason. It's probably because Brie Larson herself is a twat.
Yeah. That's sad.
So you've got that going against you, and then you have 2 characters that most people probably that you're hoping are going to go watch the movie have no clue who they are.
Right, because that's who you got to get, the people who don't know who the fuck
because
these 2 are.
A lot of people.
Disney+.
I will say Monica Rambeau. Most people probably did know from WandaVision, because a lot of people watched WandaVision.
Right.
But a lot of people found WandaVision boring, so they didn't continue watching Disney Plus stuff.
And they stopped. So people will stop after that.
Like, I can sit here and tell, if there's 5 million people, there will never be that many, but if there were 5 million people watching this fucking podcast, or listening to this podcast on Spotify or whatever they find it on, if I sat here and said, Miss Marvel is, in my opinion, the second best Disney Plus show,
they wouldn't know.
No one's going to care to go watch it.
No.
Because they don't care about Miss Marvel.
It's sad.
And that is my honest opinion. I do think Miss Marvel is the second best Disney Plus show behind Agatha All Along. It was my favorite until Agatha All Along came along.
Right.
And I do. I don't know who Miss Marvel is as a character overall. I know she's technically an Inhuman.
Right. Because they cut that out.
And they turned her into a mutant for whatever reason in
right.
the MCU. I know she's an Inhuman. I've played a couple video games where she's one of the main characters.
But we never actually read a comic book of her.
But I've never read a comic of her. She didn't have a TV show that I watched that she was involved in, because by the time she made it around to being a character in more common cartoons, I wasn't watching cartoons.
Yeah, we're grown.
I'm a grown ass fucking man.
Right, we're grown.
I'm almost, and I don't say that in an ironic, I'm a macho man kind of way.
No, it's just we're grown.
I'm almost 40 years old. I'm not watching cartoons on purpose.
Are starting to go anyway.
I'm not watching cartoons on purpose geared towards 10-year-olds. That's just not where my mind's at. Like,
well, cartoons are starting to go out anyway. Now everybody's going through, like I said, streaming, YouTube, Netflix.
Right.
Like, it's not a day where we can sit there and say, "Oh, we found it on TV." Like, what? No.
So it fails because you're trying to incorporate so much of what's going on in Disney Plus. You're trying to build characters through Disney Plus, and here's the thing: we watch it. We watch the stuff on. Again, the only thing I haven't seen on Disney Plus is Echo.
And I've seen Echo.
And you watched Echo.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'll get around to watching it.
Mm-mm.
But it's the only one that I haven't seen.
But you've seen Hawkeye and everything.
But I watched Hawkeye. So they're getting ready to do this Thunderbolts movie.
Mm-hmm.
That are going to also have all these characters from fucking Disney Plus.
But some of them were in movies.
But they're going to have some others. You're going to have an Ant-Man 2 villain. You're going to have
Black Widow's sister.
Black Widow's sister. Well, Black Widow's sister
was in.
Was barely in Black Widow.
Yeah, barely in there. But you know, you're not gonna have just all Disney Plus characters. They're all really, except for really Walker. All of them are movies. All of them are movie characters. Well, yeah. Except for the woman, the Countess. Like, she's the only one that has Disney Plus. Everybody else
But she's their fucking leader.
Yeah, she's their leader, so she don't have to really be there that much. I mean,
with her being the leader, people will be like, "What the?" I mean, obviously everybody knows who Julia Dreyfus is.
Oh yeah, because of other stuff that she's done besides the Marvel. Yeah.
But it's gonna be like, who is she as a character? Why is she in this fucking movie?
And I hope
why is she leading the team?
That is what I hope they explain. That is what I hope they explain. And Thunderbolt's like, who is she? Because they're not gonna know who the fuck she is.
You also got. It's about half and half, because then you've also got
Taskmaster and Ghost.
Captain America.
Yeah.
The new Cap.
Yeah, John Walker. Yeah,
John Walker.
Captain America.
He's gonna be on the team.
The U.S. agent.
And nobody's gonna know who the fuck he is
unless
you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I hope the story explains it, and I hate to sound, and I know like we bicker back and forth with like the Sonic series, right? And I just saw Sonic 3, good movie, you should go watch it. These 3 movies that came out are tapping into people who have never played a game, who don't know who the fuck that is. They just see like a blue little thing, bullshit.
I'll tell you now, everybody knows who Sonic is. They might not have played the games, but everyone
I'm gonna say majority, but
knows of who Sonic is.
Of who Sonic is. But some people, it's always that's 1%. That's like people like, well, I never played the game. Who is that? And then like the first movie says, I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation. Well, let me take you back. And it's like, that's what you need to do is an explanation. That's the thing. That's what Marvel did. That's what the MCU has done. Give an explanation of who, because I don't know who the fuck Iron Man was. I never read the comics. In fact, if it wasn't for Phase 1, I would have went back. Now I went back and rereading comics and understanding who these characters are.
But again, that's what I was talking about, right? So we saw all these origin stories.
Right.
You see where all these people came from.
And writing plays a factor into it.
You're not seeing, like, you're all the origin stories are being done on Disney Plus where people aren't watching it. So they're building up these characters. Shang-Chi.
But he had a nice origin story.
Had a really good origin story in the movie.
His father went and met some mystical woman, and they fell in love with each other, and they made like a kid out of it, or 2 kids out of it.
But then they're doing things that general audiences aren't going to be able to keep up with. Prime example. One of the reasons I loved the Eternals so much is I understood who all the characters were supposed to be because of history and mythology and things like that. So I knew who they were as characters. I knew of what they've done without having to see it. Without having to even read about it because of who they are. Like, you know who the goddess Athena is. We know who Gilgamesh is.
Yeah.
Like, So when that movie comes out, we find out who these characters are, and we watch the movie. I'm great. I'm like, this is amazing, and I'm watching the movie, and it's fun.
And you look up, and people were
shitting on it. Well, and everyone's like, well, each character needs their own individual backstory. They have one. Pick up a goddamn book.
Right, they have.
And I'm not talking about a comic book, an actual book.
Mythology book.
But not everybody does. And and it's one of those things where I understand that. I understood it then. I just hated it as a complaint because, like, I don't want to see a movie where Athena's going to go do the things I've already read about her doing. I don't want to see a movie where Gilgamesh does the things that I've already read about him doing. Right. Like, I already know about these things.
And all of
But
my thing,
but a lot of people haven't read those books.
Right. Now my thing is like, are we gonna go back and now finally, and that's what I'm liking with this new Captain America. We're going back to that celestial being in the middle of the fucking earth right now.
Oh yeah, we've had so many years
movies,
of
and we
stuff.
just not, and that was my complaint. I'm like, so we're not going back to that, and everybody's just like ignoring that, and I'm happy we're going back to that.
If you remember, the only show or anything that ever referenced that happening was She-Hulk. Do you remember when she pulled up the computer and on the side of the screen of the computer, it had the ad that was like, what's going on in the ocean? It was a picture of the thing.
And that was really disrespectful in the way that I'm like, bro, this thing is like this. It's like right here.
Yeah.
And now, when I saw the trailer, that made me jump for joy. Now, people may be hating on Captain America right now, but I'm like you with the Eternals. I might like this shit because we're finally going back to that fucking thing because we have completely ignored it, and that is really fucking stupid to ignore something like that. Something like that just sits there all day.
The only thing that worries me about Captain America is
he's black. I'm just kidding. Ha ha, fucking with you.
No.
He's gonna be right.
It is getting not very good conversations behind the people that have already seen the private screening.
Like, what are, like, I wish I know, like, what are the complaints behind it? Like,
I don't know, but it's not getting very good.
Is it the script, the writing? Like, that's crazy. Like, what are we hating so much on?
That's Captain America.
I pray to God we better not. That right there is a no. We are living in an America,
dude, where anything that's not straight, white, and male is being considered woke now.
We better.
Somebody somewhere is going to call this movie woke, not understanding that this is a legit comic storyline that was done almost 60 years ago. Not 60, I'm sorry, that was pushing it, because Marvel's only been around for like 60 years.
Right.
It was about 20 years ago.
40, right?
About 20. When did,
I thought he came in like 1975.
Well, Falcon as a character did. When did Falcon
become Captain America in the comics?
Captain America in the comics? 2014.
Really? Like the first issue of it? Huh.
So
damn, that's still new.
Sam Wilson showed up in Captain America issue 117 in 1969.
Okay, 1969. Okay.
He became the Falcon, and then sometime in 2014, during a fight with Iron Nail, Steve Rogers lost a super soldier serum in his body and passed the title and showed it to Sam Wilson.
Lost super soldier. So in 2014.
So
he came in 1969, but in 2014, and look how long it took him before he became that bitch. So like, look, damn.
So that was still 10 years ago.
But I'm saying, like, from 1969 to 2014, that was like 30 years before he finally got it. Like, what the hell? Like, they even giving him the mantle finally.
Now I will tell you this. Mm-hmm. I also hope from what we've seen, it's better. But I hope the costume's better in the movie, because I'll tell you what, his Captain America costume in Falcon and Winter Soldier was terrible.
Yeah. Judging by the second trailer that I saw, it looked a little bit better than what he had. It looked like it covers up his whole face now, which I guess people don't like that. Which he's y'all gotta remember, this man is a fire pilot, jet, whatever he is. So it's gonna cover the whole body. That's what his whole suit is. And it's built from Wakanda tech.
Oh my God!
They're thinking like, because he's not going to be the Red Hulk, and they think like, well, he's just a human. Y'all remember, his suit is Wakanda tech. It can take hits and dish it right back out. They think he don't need help. He don't need the help, actually.
The interesting thing is also going to be Superman, dude. So Superman's going to come out next year as well.
July 11th.
Looks good, by the way, for those of you that haven't seen the trailer.
By James
and
Gunn.
Somebody already complained on Twitter, and it made me laugh. He said, so what's going to end up happening is Superman is going to become an allegory of illegal immigration. And somebody else chimed in and was like, if you don't know much about Superman, you have no clue what you're talking about, because that is what Superman's whole thing. He is technically an illegal alien. He's
not supposed to be here. That's what Lex Luthor is going to be doing. He's going to look at him like, he's not meant to be here.
And I'm telling you guys, what is so funny, everything that people consider woke is what comics were fighting against, or fighting for so many years. We're talking 30, 40, 50, 60 years.
Well, like the X-Men were part of
the X-Men were always about how minorities are treated.
Look at Magneto and Charles Xavier, between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They're both the same. And like just the way how they thought.
Right.
They all wanted peace, just differently.
That's how comic superheroes have always been. And people are getting so mad at all this stuff, and then like something new will come out. Like, I guarantee you, whenever Captain America,
they're gonna be like,
there's gonna be a lot of wokeism conversation.
They're gonna be like, man, he's too black for this. Like, oh my God, Steve, calm down.
Like I mean, there was a lot of this conversation for Falcon and Winter Soldier. If you remember when it came out, people were super shitty about. Like, I loved the final speech that Sam gives.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was amazing. It gave me chills. Type amazing.
Oh yeah. He said, if you don't fix your stuff, you're gonna be like another one of those terrorists coming out of nowhere, homegrown terrorists. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so back to the original point.
Yeah.
The MCU, what I think would go a long way to helping them fix themselves. Stop building up characters through Disney Plus.
Okay.
You have characters like. Do you want to know why WandaVision actually was successful? Because you took two characters that people were already attached to,
right,
and put them in a TV show,
right,
and it served the story that was being told in the MCU,
right.
That's why that worked. Do you want to know why Falcon and Winter Soldier did so well? Because you took two people who were already established characters throughout the MCU, even if they were side characters technically.
Right, both of them were technically not side characters, yeah. In a way.
But it still did really well viewership-wise.
So basically saying have them be in the MCU.
They need to make movies based off of these characters. If you want to do other Disney Plus shows, that's fine. I can understand. But you also got to look at, again, and I will agree with this. I feel like The Eternals would have been better as a Disney Plus show. Now, because if you look at it, people already didn't watch the fucking movie. So you're not going to get any less or more viewership than you already got if you put it on Disney Plus. But at least if you put it in a long 13, 14, 15, 20 episode series, however long you want to make it,
it'll explain.
You can take the time to explain the characters out more, which is what most people's complaints were.
Right.
While I don't agree with the complaints, I understand the complaints. I'm not saying they're wrong in their justification. It didn't bother me.
Right.
So, knowing where to put things and where not to put things. Mm. These shows are doing better when you have characters that people already know that are going to be in them.
Right.
But you run the problem you run into with that is there's going to be a lot of people that. Do you think we're ever going to see Chris Evans in a Disney Plus show? Absolutely not. Do you know why?
Robert Downey Jr. in a fucking Disney Plus show?
Him and Robert Downey Jr. and fucking Chris Evans and Hemsworth. None of them are going to be in a fucking TV show. They don't give a fuck about no TV show.
And it's sad, but
they're here for the movies.
They're here for the movies. That's what they're here for.
And that's fine to have people like that, but there are going to be people that are okay with doing a TV show.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Loki. I would have thought maybe he should have stayed in movies, but he said, fuck it, I'll do a TV show.
I'm going to tell you right now what I would have loved. I didn't want a Black Widow movie. You want to give me a Black Widow TV show, though? A Disney Plus show? If Scarlett Johansson's were, willing, if she would have been willing to do it, instead of giving her just a 2-hour movie, give her 10 hours of television.
Well, she would have ran that shit.
It'd have been 10 episodes. You could have fully developed a story between her and her sister.
Yeah, because that felt kind of rushed a little bit.
And had them actually get close and whatnot. And bond. Like, you could have done a couple episodes of them as kids, and then as they got older. Like, there's just so much more you could have done with that. And people would have watched it because it was... Everybody likes Black Widow as a character. So, yeah, if she's got her own TV show, yeah, I'm going to watch a show about her having her own TV show. And then you introduce her sister next to her.
Right. And that would have made him better.
And that makes people like Yelena. I mean, most of us... Yelena's one of our new favorite our favorite newer characters.
Right. She's now took
amazing.
over. And that's why despite us, even though you're saying, like you said about Thunderbolts, like I don't want to watch it. This might be one of their best things. They probably gonna drop on this motherfucker right now.
It might.
It is about what, May 2nd or something around time about my birthday. Oh yeah, that right there. That may drop this. You said it's all Disney, like some of them are Disney Plus, but I think.
My thing is, it's not that I don't think it's gonna be good, bad, or whatever. I just don't think very many people are gonna go watch it. When half your roster of people don't know who they are. Like, yeah, we look at it, but think of it like this: the people that they do know, the people that people are gonna know who they are.
Yolanda, Red Guardian.
Red Guardian, no one gives a fuck about. Winter Soldier, people like.
That's what's gonna probably put them in that seat. It's probably Winter Soldier. But he's back to his old ways too. But
nobody gives a fuck about the Red Guardian. He was a joke character in Black Widow.
Yeah, even like a joke, and that's not good too.
Unless they watched Hawkeye, Yelena's not gonna get any love. Because she was mostly in very little of Black Widow. Yeah. So
it's one of the things like
and we're just talking about movie characters, people that were in movies, right?
And then Ghost
was considered a joke as a villain by most people.
And then you got Taskmaster, and that was like 50. That was
most people hated Taskmaster because it wasn't Taskmaster.
Yeah, it wasn't Taskmaster.
They took Taskmaster and made it a computerized response system.
Right.
Instead of somebody with the power to just
actually
study and mimic movement.
And like I said, people say it was a woman. I didn't care about that. I didn't care what gender.
No. There are some people that absolutely care.
Oh, well, no shit. The Corley and all we know them. But I'm saying, like, they made it like a generator, like said, like a computer. No, it should have been her, or like that. Like that Taskmaster should just learn all of it. No computer. No, you watch. All right, let's go. Like that's how Taskmaster is. That's how Spider-Man's villains. It was literally somebody that copies. It copies you. Like that's what that whole thing is. But I guess it is what it is. And but nah, I hope it does well because then it ends with Fantastic Four. It ends with.
Now I'm excited for Fantastic Four.
And they got Galactus. It ends with Fantastic Four. And I know they're not saying Robert, but he's gonna be in there. Robert Jr. is gonna be in that movie. He's not gonna be as Victor Von Doom, but he's gonna be in that movie.
I don't think he's going to be in the movie in the way that you think he's gonna be in the movie. I do think he's gonna be there, but he's
not gonna be in that Doctor Doom suit though.
I think it's gonna be a post-credit scene.
But he won't be in the suit though.
He might not.
I don't see. It's too early.
But I don't think he's gonna be.
I mean, and I know I'm saying that's kind of fucked up. It's like too early. Like, what do you mean? We want him in a suit. I just don't think now at Fantastic Four establishing these characters now, like, I don't think he should be in that suit. We're not even gonna close. I don't think he's gonna make the product of the suit.
By the way, I am so excited for the Fantastic Four movie. I want everybody.
Oh yeah, the first steps. Yeah.
Like I am so excited to see MCU thing.
Yeah.
Because the one thing MCU typically does right, they have a few faux pas here and there. But their CGI characters are usually look really good. I mean, you look at the Hulk. The Hulk has looked amazing for so long.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. The Thing out there.
And I am so excited that sometime, probably within the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna get to watch Thing and Hulk fight. Dude. Yeah, I want to see a Thing and Hulk fight.
Before I die, I want to see a Thing and Hulk fight.
It's gonna be a battle.
And then we got Galactus and Silver Surfer.
You guys understand?
That's gonna be crazy too.
We're like within 5 years of probably an X-Men movie coming.
Yep, supposed to be coming. I thought next year or the year after next.
2026, I think.
26. Okay.
So yeah,
but this will be besides Deadpool, Wolverine. This is their first Fox property. No Deadpool, no X-Men. It is their first Fox property that we're actually going to see that has been failing 3 times actually.
Yeah, because Daredevil's been successful every time.
Yeah, except for the Ben Affleck. We don't talk about that though. But no, Daredevil's been successful. So that's what I said. We know Daredevil Born Again is gonna hit because we know from the Netflix, and they, like I said, they keeping the Disney doesn't muck it up. Oh, and we get that same shit that we saw in season 1 and 2 and all that. Oh shit, we in there. We're golden. We don't even we're fine. But yeah.
But yeah, I am so excited to see the future of the MCU. But like I said,
let's get Ironheart too.
I want to see my big one. I just want to see them take their time. Ironheart again.
And Wonder Man.
Ironheart's gonna be a Disney Plus show.
Yeah, I know.
Wonder Man's gonna be a Disney Plus show. Yeah.
But
you talk about two characters.
But in the movies though.
Ironheart was.
But she started in the movies though too.
She started as a side character.
It makes sense. I'm cool with that though. I'm cool with that. She was in the MCU. Wonder Man might jump from there to the MCU, and that might be kind of a problem.
Yeah.
But Ironheart already, because look, it's going basically off of the fact she's coming back and she failed out of MIT.
Ironheart has a whole different thing that she's got going against her.
Yeah, well, she failed at MIT. Like she came back.
People are gonna hate the fact that it's a black woman.
And the fact, well, I hope that. I know this will be small, but I hope not.
Iron Man's supposed to be a white man. Yeah, it's not Iron Man.
But it's not Iron Man.
And that's what people are failing.
It's an intelligent woman out of Queens who made her own suit.
That's gonna be the argument. These fucking neckbeards are.
You know what? I'm done with you. You said neckbeards. You know what?
I'm telling you.
And only like 3 people watch this podcast. Ain't nobody gonna watch.
Nerdrotic is gonna be all over it.
You know I'm gonna be that guy. Hey, you see what he said about Ironheart? Like what? What he say? No. You see what he said about Captain America? He said, "Why would the whole fight a black person?" Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh my God.
I don't know. It'll be a fun ride, but we've been going on for
about 2 hours.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're done.
We'll see you guys next week.
Next week we'll hopefully be covering the next 3 episodes. 3 or 4 episodes.
3 or 4 episodes, yeah.
Of The Punisher. And then the week after that, it'll be What If, maybe.
Hey, Jesus. And then Happy New Year. And then we only got a few weeks, and then we're into that first movie of Phase 6, man. Is it 6? I think it's 6.
What's the first? Oh, Captain America.
6, yeah. We'll be literally...
What, January?
Like February 14th. But I'm saying, people
are like,
that's a long way away. No, like, hey, it's really not.
February is a busy month for me, boy. Let me tell you.
No shit.
February 1st, I got the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah. You got tickets to that bitch. Good job. I was taking a job on that. No, but, and I told my family, I said, shit, it's just a few weeks from now.
Guess who I'm going to see in the Royal Rumble?
No.
Let's go!
Yeah, because this is... Next year gonna be crazy. This is last
year of John Cena, baby.
Last year of John Cena. Damn, way to end it off with that.
Are you watching the first Raw on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched.
I'm actually going to subscribe to a month of Netflix to give it a go.
Finally.
And we'll watch. I'll watch Raw. See if I like it.
See if you like it.
But all right,
come on, we'll end it here. It's Rhea Ripley, bro.
Yeah. We'll end it here. We'll talk to y'all next time. XL
This
Show.
is my brutality.
Peace.
I